Do you ever feel like retirement, instead of being a time of ease and relaxation, has become just another treadmill, perhaps even faster than the one you left behind? Maybe you wake up each morning with a full calendar, a long to-do list, and a sense of obligation that whispers, "You must stay busy. You must be productive." It's a painful reality for so many of us. That golden age we dreamed of, filled with freedom and choice, has somehow transformed into a frantic race against an invisible clock. We tell ourselves we're active, we're engaged, we're living life to the fullest, but deep down, there's a whisper of exhaustion, a nagging feeling that something isn't quite right. What if I told you that this relentless pursuit of busyness, this constant motion, might actually be doing more harm than good? What if it's not only stealing your joy, but slowly, subtly, impacting your health? It's a secret many don't realize until it's too late. In this video, we're going to dive deep into why this happens, explore the hidden dangers of an overscheduled retirement, and uncover simple, powerful ways to reclaim the peace, purpose, and genuine well-being you truly deserve. It's about finding that sweet spot where life truly flourishes, not just for a few moments, but for years to come. Watch to the end for something that will truly surprise you about how you can transform your retirement experience. You might be thinking, how can being busy possibly be bad? For decades, we've been conditioned to believe that productivity equals worth, that a full schedule is a sign of a life well lived. We associate busyness with success, with contribution, with staying young and vibrant. When we retire, many of us unconsciously carry this ingrained belief system with us. We fill our days with social engagements, volunteer work, new hobbies, travel plans, and an endless stream of errands, all in an attempt to maintain that familiar sense of purpose and importance. It's almost as if we're afraid of the quiet, afraid of what might surface if we actually slow down and stop. This constant drive to do something can stem from a very human and understandable place, a fear of feeling irrelevant, a desire to avoid boredom, or even a subconscious need for external validation that we're still valuable members of society. We see our peers jetting off on cruises, taking up multiple classes, or managing various committees, and we feel compelled to keep up, to prove that our retirement is just as exciting, just as full. But here's where the hidden danger lies. This kind of busyness often isn't driven by genuine desire or deep fulfillment. It's driven by an internal or external pressure that ends up mimicking the very stress of our working lives. We replace one set of demands with another, only this time, we don't have a paycheck to justify the exhaustion. Our bodies and minds, which have been looking forward to a period of rest and recuperation, instead find themselves just as, if not more, taxed chronic stress, whether from a demanding job or an overly demanding retirement schedule, impacts us profoundly. It elevates cortisol levels, which can lead to weight gain, particularly around the midsection, making us more susceptible to heart disease and diabetes. It disrupts our sleep patterns, leaving us feeling groggy and unfocused even after a full night in bed. Our immune system can become compromised, making us more vulnerable to everyday illnesses and slowing down recovery. Mentally, the constant mental juggling and lack of downtime can lead to increased anxiety, irritability, and even a feeling of being overwhelmed and out of control, eroding the very peace retirement is supposed to offer. We might find ourselves snapping at loved ones, feeling resentful about commitments we once eagerly took on, or simply feeling utterly drained by midday. This isn't the vibrant, joyful, fulfilling retirement we envisioned, is it? It's a subtle yet pervasive form of self-sabotage, an invisible killer of our well-being. We're so busy doing that, we forget to simply be. We miss the opportunity to truly listen to our bodies, to notice the subtle signs of fatigue or stress, because we're constantly pushing through, telling ourselves there's just one more thing to do, one more place to be. This habit of overscheduling, of filling every void, prevents us from engaging in the kinds of activities that truly nourish our soul and body. Activities like quiet contemplation, truly restful sleep, or simply sitting in nature without an agenda. It prevents us from processing the emotional landscape of retirement itself, including the inevitable shifts in identity and routine that come with such a significant life change. Instead of embracing this new chapter with intentionality and self-compassion, we often find ourselves blindly recreating the frantic pace we just escaped, simply because it's what we know. It's what feels familiar, even if it's detrimental. Now that we've discussed the underlying pressures and the physical toll of this kind of busyness, let's move on to explore how this relentless activity affects our mental sharpness and our ability to genuinely connect with others and ourselves. Moving forward, let's consider another insidious aspect of relentless busyness in retirement: its profound impact on our mental sharpness and emotional well-being. When our brains are constantly engaged in external tasks, problem solving, or social navigation, they rarely get the chance to truly rest and consolidate memories, or to engage in the kind of slow, reflective processing that is crucial for cognitive health and emotional resilience. Think of your brain like a muscle. While it benefits from stimulation and new challenges, it also desperately needs periods of deep rest and less directed activity to function optimally. When we're always on, always scheduling, always reacting, we're essentially keeping our mental engine revved at high speed without ever allowing it to cool down. This constant high-level activation can lead to what's often called decision fatigue or cognitive overload, making it harder to focus, remember things, and even make simple choices. You might find yourself forgetting why you walked into a room, struggling to recall a familiar name, or feeling mentally foggy even when you're not physically tired. It's not necessarily a sign of serious memory decline, but rather a symptom of an overstressed brain that hasn't been given adequate time to process and reset. This persistent mental busyness can also manifest as a form of self-sabotage when it comes to forming deeper connections. How many times have you been so busy with appointments and commitments that you've rushed through a conversation with a loved one, or skipped a quiet afternoon tea with a friend because there's just too much to do when our schedule dictates our life, rather than our inner desires? We often sacrifice quality for quantity. We might have a large network of acquaintances from all our activities, but true, meaningful connections require time, presence, and genuine availability, things that are in short supply when every minute is accounted for. The beauty of retirement is supposed to be the gift of time, not just for doing, but for being, for cultivating deeper relationships, and for nurturing our inner world. Furthermore, busyness can become a convenient shield, a way to avoid confronting deeper emotions or uncertainties that naturally arise during such a significant life transition. The shift from a structured work life to the open landscape of retirement can be daunting. There's a natural period of adjustment, of asking, who am I now? Or, what do I truly want to do with this time? If we constantly fill every moment, we never create the space for these important questions to surface, let alone for us to sit with them, explore them, and find our own answers. We might be subconsciously running from feelings of loneliness, a loss of identity, or even anxieties about aging or health. By staying perpetually busy, we create a distraction, a kind of self-imposed avoidance strategy. But avoidance only delays the inevitable. It doesn't resolve anything. In fact, it often amplifies inner turmoil, leading to a quiet sense of unease or even profound dissatisfaction. Even while outwardly appearing successful and engaged, imagine your inner world as a garden. If you're constantly rushing through it, weeding, planting, but never pausing to simply sit on the bench, breathe in the fragrance of the flowers, and appreciate its beauty, are you truly experiencing the garden? Similarly, if you're always doing, always planning, always on the go, are you truly experiencing the richness of your own life, your own thoughts, your own emotions? This relentless external focus prevents us from nurturing our inner garden, leaving us feeling disconnected from ourselves, our true desires, and the deep wellspring of peace that lies within. This isn't about promoting idleness, but about cultivating intentionality and balance. It's about recognizing that true fulfillment in retirement doesn't come from a packed schedule, but from a life thoughtfully chosen, one that includes ample time for restoration, reflection, and activities that truly bring you joy, without the pressure of performance or obligation. Next, we'll dive into what genuine purposeful rest looks like and how to start making these crucial shifts in your own life. So, How do we escape this cycle of over-busyness and reclaim the true essence of retirement? That period of freedom and self-discovery. It starts with a fundamental shift in perspective, a reevaluation of what a good retirement truly looks like for you, not for your neighbor, not for society, but for your own unique needs and desires. The first crucial step is to embrace the concept of intentional rest and mindful presence. This isn't about sitting around doing nothing, though there's certainly a place for that. It's about consciously choosing activities that truly replenish your energy and spirit. And equally important, consciously choosing to step away from things that drain you. Think about the difference between passive consumption, like endlessly scrolling on a device, and active rest, like spending time in nature, engaging in a calming hobby, or simply sitting in quiet contemplation. Active rest nourishes your soul and mind, allowing your brain to process information, solidify memories, and even generate new creative ideas. It's in these moments of quiet space that true insights often emerge. For example, instead of packing 3 social engagements into one day, consider scheduling just one and leaving the rest of the day open for spontaneous activity. Or perhaps for absolutely nothing at all. Give yourself permission to say no to invitations that don't genuinely excite you, or to volunteer opportunities that feel more like obligations than passions. This can be challenging at first, especially if you're used to being the yes person. But it's a powerful act of self-care. Another powerful shift involves cultivating a sense of enoughness. We live in a world that constantly tells us we need more, do more, be more. Retirement offers a unique opportunity to challenge this narrative. Instead of striving for an ever-increasing list of accomplishments or experiences, begin to appreciate the richness and simplicity. This might mean finding joy in a single well-tended garden bed, rather than feeling the pressure to landscape an entire yard, or savoring a leisurely walk around your local park, instead of feeling compelled to embark on a strenuous hike. It's about quality over quantity, presence over endless pursuit. Consider the power of a daily sacred pause, even just 15 to 30 minutes set aside each day where you do absolutely nothing productive. This could be sipping your tea while gazing out the window, listening to music without any other distractions, or simply sitting in silence. This deliberate act of non-doing trains your brain to slow down, to appreciate the present moment, and to recognize that your worth is not tied to your activity level. It helps break the habit of constantly needing external stimulation and allows your inner landscape to flourish. This shift also requires honest self-reflection about the underlying reasons for your busyness. Are you genuinely passionate about every single thing on your calendar? Or are some of them driven by habit, expectation, or even a fear of missing out? Journaling can be an incredibly powerful tool here. Write down how you spend your time, how each activity makes you feel, and what you would truly choose to do if there were no external pressures. You might be surprised at what emerges. Perhaps you realize you're volunteering because you feel guilty not to, rather than from a place of genuine desire. Or maybe you're filling your evenings with television not because you enjoy it, but because you're avoiding a quiet house. Understanding these motivations is the first step towards making conscious, empowering choices about how you spend your precious retirement years. This isn't about becoming a hermit or disengaging from the world. It's about engaging mindfully, selectively, and from a place of genuine joy and purpose, rather than obligation or a frantic need to prove something. It's about designing a retirement that serves your well-being, rather than one that slowly drains it away. Remember, the goal is not to be empty, but to be fulfilled. Next, we'll explore how small, consistent changes can lead to profound transformation and what that truly surprising benefit of a more balanced retirement looks like. As we've explored, the relentless pursuit of busyness in retirement, while seemingly productive, can slowly erode our health, mental clarity, and overall happiness. We've talked about how it mimics the stress of our working lives, impacting our physical body, and how it steals our mental peace, preventing deeper connections and self-reflection. We've also touched on the profound importance of embracing intentional rest and cultivating a sense of enoughness, shifting from a mindset of constant doing to one of mindful being. Remember, The aim isn't to become inactive or isolated. It's about being deliberate and selective with your energy and time, recognizing that true well-being in retirement comes from balance, not from an overflowing schedule. It's about choosing activities that genuinely light you up, that replenish your spirit, and that align with your deepest values. Rather than just filling empty slots on a calendar, think about how much more meaningful a single, deeply engaged conversation with a friend can be compared to a whirlwind of superficial social events, or how much more restorative a quiet afternoon spent in a cherished hobby can be compared to rushing from one commitment to the next. The surprising truth. The powerful benefit that awaits those who dare to slow down and truly embrace their retirement is this: when you stop being driven by the need to be busy and start living with intention, you unlock a profound sense of inner peace, clarity, and genuine joy that far surpasses any fleeting satisfaction from external accomplishments. You create space for true self-discovery, for deeper relationships, and for a quality of life that is truly rich, not just full. It's in these quieter moments that you rediscover hobbies you long abandoned, connect more deeply with loved ones, find new ways to contribute that feel effortless and joyful, and simply appreciate the beauty of each passing day. You become more attuned to your own needs, more resilient in the face of challenges, and more genuinely present for the moments that truly matter. This isn't just about avoiding burnout. It's about actively building a retirement that is vibrant, fulfilling, and deeply satisfying on every level. It's about shifting from a life that feels like an endless to-do list to one that feels like a flowing stream, adapting to its surroundings, moving gracefully, and nourishing everything in its path. Imagine waking up each day feeling genuinely rested, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. Imagine having the mental clarity to pursue your true passions, the emotional space to nurture your most important relationships, and the physical energy to enjoy all that life has to offer. This isn't a fantasy. It's an attainable reality when you choose intentionality over frantic busyness. It's a powerful step towards safeguarding your health, preventing memory loss, improving your sleep, and simply enjoying your golden years in a way that truly brings you peace and joy. So, I encourage you. Take a moment right now to reflect on your own daily rhythm. Is your retirement truly serving you? Or are you serving your schedule? What is one small step you could take today to introduce more intentional rest or mindful presence into your life? Perhaps it's saying no to one extra commitment, or simply blocking out an hour each day for quiet contemplation. I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Have you found yourself falling into the trap of over-busyness in retirement? What strategies have you used to find a healthier balance? Your insights could be incredibly helpful to others in our community. If you found this video helpful and thought-provoking, please give it a thumbs up. And consider subscribing to our channel for more content designed to help you live your best life at every age. Remember, small changes can make a big difference to your health and happiness. Live your best life at every age.